The dream that I had was I'm walking through the streets of London and it's dark and I just see crowds of people and all their skin is like, it's like charcoal, like flaking off, like burnt. And they look like they've been dipped. There's no other way to explain it than by saying they look like they've been dipped into the deepest pits of Jahannam. They look like they have been exposed to the fires of hell. And they are charred and they are all grouped together and they're just chanting, "He is not the Prophet, he is not the Prophet, he is not the Prophet." And I'm making my way through this crowd of people thinking who are they talking about? And in the middle, in all his glory and majesty, was stood the Prophet ﷺ. And the nur that emanated from him and the authority that emanated from him, I was so shocked upon seeing him because everyone else is saying he's not the Prophet. And I'm looking at him and it looks like the Prophet. So I walk up to him and I don't know how I had the courage. I don't know what was going on, but I was confident enough to go up to him, and his hair was like, salt and pepper. So he was elderly, up to his shoulders. He had high cheekbones. All the description in the hadith that we can read, like it was him. But I thought I need to know for sure. So I asked him. I honestly, where this confidence came from, I have no idea. But I said, "Are you the Prophet?" And he nodded. But then I thought, do you know what? There are so many prophets. Let me just be specific. And I said, as in Rasool Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he smiled, and I saw the gap between his teeth. And as soon as I saw that gap between his teeth, I knew it was him. It was instinctual. I knew that this is the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And these people are saying he's not the Prophet, but they're the ones who look like they've been in hell. So I just said to him, "I know where to take you." I end up in Baytul Futur and I'm in Huzur's office all of a sudden. So the fifth Khalifa, I'm in his office and I say, "Huzur, the Prophet is here." And he stood up and he says, "I know what to do." And I didn't know what to do. So I'm just following him because I'm just thinking what is going on? And I'm overwhelmed, but I don't have time in the dream to be overwhelmed. So I follow Huzur, and the next thing you know, Huzur is stood in front of the Prophet, and he takes the Prophet's right hand and he puts his forehead on it. And then I just see people coming out of nowhere and all touching like that, like Huzur's shoulder in like a line. And then I see people touching my shoulder, like I feel it, and I can't turn around, but I just knew the entire global Jamaat Ahmadiyya was there. And then I realized what was happening because I recognized the image of, everyone's hands touching shoulders. And I was like, this is the pledge. This is the pledge of allegiance. This is the bay'ah. So the bay'at was happening. And the Prophet was leading it. It wasn't Huzur leading it like we see at Jalsa. It was the Prophet was leading it. And seeing that, I was like, I need to join in. So I was stood on the left-hand side of the Prophet. So his hand was towards me. So I just reached out and I just grabbed his hand and joined in. And then after it was completed, I woke up. And I didn't even have time I just remember, I just got up and ran to my mum. I didn't even have time to process. I just thought, this has just happened. I've got my answer. This is it.